G'day, Kevin Hillier and Steve Thom here with a look at round 9 in Division 1. Now, the good thing about this, Tomsy, is Division 2 and Division 3 have a bye, so now we're mathematically aligned. All clubs now are playing round 9. They'll be playing round 10 when we come back the week after. Only Division 1 games this week. Doesn't make any sense to anybody. No, see, this thing's really tight on my head. But do your bit for the cause, for MND, for Neil Danaher and the people suffering from this bloody terrible, terrible, terrible condition. Now, Division 1 games. Let's have a look at them. That's all we've got to look at. Sunshine up against Wyndhamville. Danger game.
Danger game, yes. Look, tough conditions last Saturday. Sunshine weren't very impressive. I just think their avenues to goal dried up a little bit in those conditions. Castellano was good, obviously, no doubt. Stocko had a pretty rough sort of day, but they need to just create some more goals from somewhere. The Hutchison boys, through that midfield need to, dry day might be different, but they need to get some run and drive. And, the zone, this rolling zone that all clubs have got, I really think they dropped it up a little bit too high. Sunshine Kangaroos and Altona last week got over the top out the back two times too early, so they've got to be careful of that. But the danger is Wyndhamville Falcons, they week in, week out, they're going to be competitive as they have been, and they're going to pinch a few more big scalps as this season unfolds for Falcons. So Sunshine have to bounce back. I think they will. I don't know about in a big way, but they're going to have to bounce back.
Yeah, not convinced there. Albion and Altona, another interesting game. Just down last week, Albion lost it by 2 points. Altona, they won, but not convincing.
They didn't. Once again, in the conditions last week, Albion, they've got to win. They've simply got to win. There's still a chance to be playing finals football. And honestly, there's no excuses for Albion now not to this year to be pushing on into that top 5, because they've got picked up 8 or 9 really good players, A-grade players that are playing good football. So they've got to change this losing mental formula that they've got down there at Albion and do it very quickly. Altona, they've got some class, they've got some good run, they've got a multiple spread of goal kickers and some great drive from that half-back line. They spread very well. But I reckon saying that smaller ground down at Albion might test Altona a little bit, Kev. I'm going to go with Albion because of the desperation stage. If Albion drop this one, it's a really a waste of season.
Now, Deer Park play St Albans. Which Deer Park's going to turn up, and is this a danger game for them?
It is a danger game. St Albans match up very well against Deer Park in the past. I think they rolled them a few years ago, and even 2 years ago, the night games that they played, St Albans got within 3 or 4 goals early in the season. So, look, Deer Park, the season's really just started, I think, for Deer Park, and that's what they'd be looking at. They're getting a few players back from injury now. They've had a 2-week break. They played last week, but they had 2 weeks before that. Getting some players back into form. Purton Smith hopefully back in. Hurlahan back in their best last week. So, they're just starting to get that the gel and blend of players that they want. Whether they've got the right chemistry still, I don't know. Whether they've got the hunger still, Deer Park, I don't know. I think they'll get the points over St Albans, who as I say, will push them, but just the class of Deer Park should just get them over the line.
A radio match of the day will be Werribee Districts up against Spotswood. Interesting game, this one. They both sit on 16 points. Do or die at the moment, I reckon, for both.
Yeah, Werribee Districts probably disappointing the way they unfolded last week against Hoppers Crossing. It's probably an arm wrestle, as we heard in that game, right till about halfway through the third quarter. But when they drop away Werribee Districts, they seem to drop away pretty quickly in a game of football, and that's something Spotty got a bit of momentum up their way at the moment. They've had a good tough win against Albion last week, and they'd have full belief, and they've got a great bunch of young guys coming through, as we know, Spotswood, and they've got nothing to lose. It's all to gain for Spotswood at the moment. So Werribee Districts are really going to have to find it tough this week if they are going to get the 4 points, which I believe they will. But I tell you, they're going to have to be at their best, and their tackling pressure and their spread and their use of the football. Werribee Districts has to be spot on, otherwise Spotty are going to push them right to the very end.
All right, that's our preview of round 9 in Division 1. Get out and see some local footy, and get out and support this fabulous cause and do your bit, the Big Freeze, this long weekend. We'll see you again soon.